What is up, guys? Coach Daniel here, coming at you for episode 3 of our weekly roundup series, a series dedicated to giving you an overview of our training to help you kind of stand behind it a little more so you understand what's going on. So help keep you motivated, help keep you going. And for you to understand, now is a time that we can absolutely still get better. We can get stronger. We can work on our conditioning. We can work on the not so sexy pieces of our bodies that are really important for health and longevity, joint health, ligament health, all of those good things that we should spend a whole lot of time on in our day-to-day anyway. So I want to talk about motivation real quick. A lot of us are facing some tough times. There's serious things going on out in the world, things that we cannot control, for sure. What we can control is our own personal well-being to some extent. So why not set ourselves up for as much success as possible? Why not optimize our bodies the best way we can when we understand how important it is in the first place? We have more time to dedicate to this type of stuff now. We are finding trouble staying motivated at home with the not so sexy workouts. When you drive to the gym, you kind of understood that, hey, I'm going to go there to train. So you probably get a little pumped up. So let's talk about that real quick. There's a couple ways to keep yourself motivated. Let's think about, first off, what's so critical right now is brain health. Simply doing a workout makes some chemical changes happen in the brain that are going to help combat things like stress, anxiety, depression. We all understand that we want to avoid those things, that they're going to come right now anyway, that we're going to have to deal with them. But why not set ourselves up for more success with it and dealing with it by keeping ourselves moving? So maybe that's your motivation. Maybe it's going to help you show up in your relationships better with your spouse, with your children, with your coworkers. As things get a little annoying or we're around people too much and we want some space, maybe it'll help you show up a little better in those times. It's also going to be a time for you to dedicate to yourself. That's also really important. So making this time every single day is critical. Then we could get into body transformation goals. We all had that prior, so maybe this is still a time where we can attack that, and that's our motivation. Maybe your motivation changes day to day. That's okay too. So if it's body transformation things, understand that right now our programming is getting you better. You're building your engines, you're building your cardiorespiratory systems. This allows you to attack body transformation goals if it's weight loss or if it's weight gain. This allows you to perform better if you're really dedicated on performance in the gym. It's also really important for health and longevity and wellness of our bodies to think about the strength and stability work we can do for our joints, ligaments, tendons, things like that. So maybe that's your motivation one day. Maybe it's, hey, I'm going to do something really good for my body so that when I'm 80, I'm better set up for success. Or when I get back to slinging that barbell around, I'm going to have really strong joints, ligaments, and my aerobic system is going to be amazing. So I'm not going to be so out of breath when we do these crazy conditioning pieces or these short, intense pieces. My positional strength is going to be really strong. My mechanics are going to be great. I'm going to understand I can run better. My technique on my overhead handstand holds better. Think about how you could stay motivated and attack that stuff. So to get into the week, I'm just going to lay it all out real quick so you can see the whole week and how we balance it out. Monday was aerobic oxidative energy system work with the run. We then got into intensity work. So we switched up the energy system. You were asked to go as hard as you can and then rest. We picked movements that were going to allow you to recover more from the run so that we brought some blood flow and volume in a low impact way to accessorize your run. Tuesday was strength and stability work with the handstand holds and wall sits. Wall sits also recovered you from yesterday's run. Also important to build strength and stability in positions for ligament health, shoulder health with the handstand hold, quad health for the knees for the impact of the running. And it's going to translate to your barbell stuff overhead, your squats with the wall sits, and just positional strength in general. After that, you got into a mid-range metabolic conditioning piece. So your Metcon, you were doing 7, 11, 15, 7 burpee, 11 push press, 15 deadlifts or glute bridges. You switched up from yesterday's conditioning piece, was all about intensity. Today it was finding a pace, keep yourself moving for 11 minutes with kind of higher rep things. So you were kind of resting between movements, not necessarily during. Wednesday, it was all this long piece, one long big piece of some full body strength work in that carry, endurance in an endurance way. So really important for us to be able to hold some weight over time. And you probably experienced some mental toughness work there. Also, you probably wanted to quit. It may not have been the most fun thing ever. You had to sit with your thoughts maybe. Maybe some of you jammed some music during that. But I know it challenged me to sit with my thoughts for that 10 minutes and to not quit, not set the weight down. We then got into Murph prep after that. Murph is coming up next month. No matter what, we'll get it done. If we're not open next month, we'll do it in June. We'll do it in July. We'll do it whenever we can reopen the doors. So you'll see Murph prep coming up. That was the point there. And then you had to finish with another 10-minute walk after you did Murph prep. So really challenging on our mental game on that day. It was also a long full body workout. Thursday, we got into more lower body strength. So this energy system was all like lactic threshold sprints. We were doing building power in the low body. Really important to understand that that can translate to all of your strength work in the future with the barbell. It's really important to build hip strength and speed and power, and that's what that sprint can do for you. After that, you got into 30, 20, 10, 20, 30. Again, we accessorized the run with the movements we chose. This was kind of a mid-range Metcon, so you had intensity first, and then you got into mid-range work. Yesterday was all long. Today, different, right? Friday, today's work, you got into a full-body strength piece in such a way where you're not out of breath. You're just built into a heavy of a Turkish get-up. Turkish get-up brings on so many things. Stability, strength in the whole body. It also requires you to think about what you're doing quite a bit and stabilize that weight overhead. Really good to understand rotation things, being able to put your body through different bends and twists. Really important for its health in the long term. Also translates to anything you do with the bar, any type of strength work you want to do. If you're strong in all your twists and bends and stabilizing things, it'll translate there. After that, you got into what was an interesting piece, every 2 minutes for 5 rounds. You were pre-fatiguing a squat hold, basically. So we were doing jumping lunges, mountain climbers, where you got really out of breath, and then you had to hold this position. So you'll notice, and when we're doing normal CrossFit class workouts, oftentimes you get really out of breath, and then you have to like be strong still in a position. So let's say you're really fatigued from a run, and then you have to go into performing some squats. You want to keep your mechanics, your technique dialed in so that you don't hurt yourself. So this kind of helps you get that stimulus in such a way where you can focus on building the bottom position of that squat, keeping your technique sound and your mechanics sound because you're super out of breath, and then you have to focus and just sit there with it. So interesting way to end the week, and I hope you got something out of it. So that's the wrap up, the weekend. Enjoy yourself. Get out in the sunshine. Stay socially distanced. Really important that we understand how important that is. And then also, you could make up a missed day. So Monday through Friday, really important work that you guys can get done to get better. So make it up if you missed it on Saturday or Sunday. Give yourself a rest. If you attacked all week, it's okay to rest. Get out on a long walk. Go on a hike somewhere nice. Do what you can out there. Stay motivated. Please let us know if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, if you have any issues, if you're worried about something, if you need help with anything, we're here. That's the whole point of this community. So I want you guys to understand that. Utilize the coaches groups that we set up for you guys. This is a great way for you to ask questions, for us to stay engaged as a community in a small group setting. Us coaches, we want to coach. We miss it. So this is a way for us to do it more. If you guys ask questions, we can stay on top of our game with our coaching and help you guys out and attack these workouts, help you with motivation. Don't be shy. If you got something that you're kind of worried about saying, direct message us. Use the GroupMe app. That's a place for us to banter, a place for us to joke around, talk about our days. That GroupMe app's a fun place to do all that. We also have the book club. if you want to increase your learning and your knowledge and a way to attack life right now, the book that we're using can do that. It's an amazing book on helping you make decisions. So yeah, jump in on that if you haven't. Use the bingo game for some motivation. That bingo game is a really cool way for you to get things done. You'll also win something. The more bingos you submit, the better. We also have more things going on in the future. So stay motivated, stay engaged, guys. Don't distance yourself from all communication. I know a lot of us prior to this whole thing wanted to limit ourselves on social media, and I totally get that. I'm one of those people, but right now it's a time for us to come together in an easy way, utilizing that platform. We also put out content, coaching tips every single day on our stories. That's a way for us for you to get some coaching from us as well. We take the time to do that, so utilize it. It's a good way for you to understand what we're doing each day. And again, have a great weekend. Let us know if you have anything. Stay motivated. Keep it up.